Welcome back, piggies, to another episode of the Pigskin Pals podcast. And we're powered by Riverside this time, boys. We're going with league winners today. Just giving you a couple guys that we really like going into the fantasy season. Maybe guys got to get early, guys get late, whatever you want, you got it. Let's do it. Let's get stuck right into it.
We're going to be shouting out some of the players that we think are going to be taking us to the homeland, to the finish line this year. Starting off hot with Matthew Golden, my guy.
This is an icy pick, dude.
Staying
This
up
thing
in the
is so
top
cool.
corner. I selected Matthew Golden. I wanted a rookie wide receiver that's just going to... We always see these every year. Rookie wide receiver come onto the scene, outperform their ADP. There's a lot of hype for Mbuka, T-Mac. Golden even has been getting some recently. I think they're all really great picks and they all have their own great values. But Golden, I think, is the cheapest based on what I've been seeing in drafts. And I believe he might produce the most just because he's going to be in, I think, Tampa Bay or Green Bay is going to be the better offenses for the rookie wide receivers. But Golden just can be that number one wide receiver off the rip.
Sure.
And Mbuka is going to be the number two. T-Mac can be the one, but he's going to be on that worse offense. Everything I've seen about Golden in camp has just been glorious reviews. He can't drop the ball. He is running these crazy crisp routes. He has great burst. I've just never seen this much hype about a player in Packers camp before, and I'm fully buying into it right now. And can't wait to see it happen on the field.
I like it. Yeah, there's always a rook. I almost went with Igbuka for one of these. Spoiler, I didn't. I think he's probably, like you said, one of the other guys who's maybe got that chance. But Golden being the likely number one gives him a really, really high likelihood to be that rookie that outperforms his ADP. I went with my guy, my favorite draft pick of this season. It is Chase Brown. I love Chase Brown. I know he's like an early pick, and normally you don't see league winners, in those early rounds. But because of his ADP, which is falling late second, early third at this point, you can pair a top end wide receiver like CD, like Jamar. Well, maybe not Jamar, but CD, Jefferson. One of those guys who can be the wide receiver one with Chase Brown, who I think very possibly will be the running back one this year. I've got incredibly high hopes for this guy, and I think in where he's going, he's got way higher upside than Jonathan Taylor, than Josh Jacobs, than all those guys, than Bucky Irving. I think he's got the best chance to finish in that top three and even one, and pair alongside a number one receiver like CeeDee Lamb and those guys. So I love picking Chase Brown this year.
Oh, I love the pick.
I like this one.
I went with a lower drafted running back, Tony Pollard. I think he is literally like the cliff edge of running backs when I'm in a draft room. I'm like, okay, I have to get this guy because everything after it is just doo-doo. Like, you lose all confidence. He's like the last RB1 that you can draft. I mean, there's even RB2s like on their team that are getting drafted above him, but I would much rather have this guy. We talked about it in a previous episode. We think the Titans could take that step forward. We always see like a team that has that number one overall pick, and then they just kind of take the next step. There's a new coaching staff, new starting quarterback. A lot of things are looking different. We saw Tony Pollard last year. He was really good. He doesn't have any competition to start the year with, and they could just stick with him too. I don't think he is the best as a workhorse, so like it would be kind of nice for Spears to come back at some point. Yeah. But he can do everything. He can catch it out of the back. He's a great runner. Might be on a great offense. I think they're going to rely on him with a rookie quarterback too. So I really like Tony Pollard, and just the draft cost that you can get him at, I think could make him a league winner, where he could be your RB2 on your team in the 6th, 7th round, and you have a loaded rest of team too. Yeah. So that's why I chose Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I like Tony a lot. I think especially in the beginning of the year, like he could be a guy that just wins you the first couple of weeks, right? Because you're able to load up everywhere else. He just gets you so far ahead on the season, gets you so many wins loading up there that you're almost a lock for playoffs. I see that kind of as his role to win your league, is that he's going to get you to the playoffs. Maybe he won't be the guy that wins you the playoffs, but he'll get you there, and give maybe other guys that you drafted for their upside time to develop, while he's the solo back. I went with Rome Odunze, a guy I didn't know I was really high on until I started like really getting into draft season, and I just was like, I want this guy everywhere. I was drafting him everywhere. I don't know if it was his price. I don't know if it was the guys going around him. I don't know what it was, but I was drafting him everywhere. And if I got any more drafts, which I do tonight, I will draft him once again, I'm sure. I think he's going to take over as the one here in Chicago. I think the Bears in general are going to take that step forward and really be that offense everyone expected them to be last year. I know it's preseason. I don't care. He played 100% of snaps with Caleb Williams in the preseason. He had the most targets from Caleb Williams. DJ Moore was playing all that time. He had less snaps and less targets. I think he's going to be Caleb's guy. They've shown that growth there. And I think he's going to take that step forward in his second season. And I don't really see Luther Burden as too much of a burden on his outlook.
Question just about the Bears offense too. If you're really high on Rome, do you have any shares of DJ Moore or?
I don't have a single share of DJ Moore, I don't think. I think it just tends to be where DJ Moore is falling more so than anything. There's just guys I tend to like better around them, and especially because I like Rome so much, I'm a little bit lower on DJ, and in turn, makes me want to draft DJ less because I want to draft Rome later.
He does feel like that, just like that touchdown threat too, where he's going to be getting the touchdown targets
for sure,
the red zone targets.
Yeah,
I like the Rome pick also. I was really high on it earlier in the year, but then I just didn't fully commit to it. My mindset just kind of shifted.
There's only so many guys you can like,
Yeah.
And I'll move on finally. The guy I wanted to see.
I went with George Pickens on the Dallas Cowboys, new team this year. But we've seen this team. It was the Bengals last year with Jamar Chase as CD Lamb and T. Higgins now starring as George Pickens. And then you had Joe Burrow, who's now Dak Prescott. And I like, it just seems like the exact same thing. But Cowboys probably have a way better offensive line, too, where their offense is going to be higher powered. And it feels so condensed, too, because what's the running game? Also, like, there are some Javonte believers out there, but
even as a guy who likes Javonte, I just don't see the running game being super prevalent. Like, it'll be there. They're going to try, but it's not going to be, what we want it to be. So it's going to be through the air.
Yeah. So I'm going with George Pickens just because this offense is going to be so high powered, and I think you're getting him at a discount right now too, because just evaluating them the same as the Bengals offense, like T. Higgins going 3rd round, George Pickens is going the 6th round. You're getting the wide receiver 2 that can put up wide receiver 1 numbers.
Yep, the boom is there.
Later.
Boom is there, and the fit is so good. I've seen it a couple different places now. I don't recall the exact numbers. I'm pretty sure this is correct, but don't quote me on it. Where Pickens was either top 2, 1 or 2 in deep ball efficiency, basically being the best deep ball wide receiver, and Dak was top 2 in throwing the deep ball. It's a match made in heaven. He's been a deep ball thrower his entire career, and he's never really had a true deep ball threat. And George Pickens is the best one you can get. So I think it's going to be incredible watching those two play together.
And it's so easy to stack Dak. Dak with George Pickens too.
Yep. That's my favorite thing. So I love drafting CD. Because I want to go Dak everywhere. But if I miss on CD, it's like almost a guaranteed Pickens Dak stack later. Like, it's so easy to acquire any kind of Dak stack, but especially the Pickens. Moving on. Making my Will Levis flag plant of this year. Obviously, if you guys remember last year, I was so committed to Will Levis being a good football player. This one's a little bit less gross because we've seen Justin Fields put up big fantasy numbers before, and I think he's getting a lot of disrespect as of late. I don't know. It's like everyone has no faith in this Jets team, and I kind of do. I think I'm kind of coming around on the Jets. They've got no expectations. Justin Fields is an athletic freak. He's going to put up fantasy points with his legs, even if he can't do it through the air. I think I drafted him as my QB2 in I think 2 spots at this point. If you got like a middling QB where you're not like I got Baker, like if you're not getting the Joe Burrows, those type of guys, I think drafting in the last round, getting a little Fields there to just play that upside, I think it's a great pick, and I think it could transition into a league win. And I hate you.
No, I agree. I told you before we started recording that it does feel like he is being undervalued because he has that rushing floor. He's being reconnected with a wide receiver that he has played with
Mm-hmm.
before. We've seen him be fantasy relevant before. It's just he has got that stank on him, so no one really wants him.
Absolutely, he's got that stank on him.
And I think
Absolutely.
like a super flex quarterback, he would be really nice, really
Oh, for sure.
good to have on your team.
Yeah, I think Sam's got him in Dynasty. I think it was prior to all this. Maybe the stank's gotten so stanky I could pick up Fields again. But that was a guy I tried getting from him early on, and he wasn't budging. But maybe the stank is stanked up enough where I can make it move here because I'd love to have Fields in our Dynasty league. I think it's as a QB3 or 2.5, whatever you want to call it. I think it's kind of nice.
Definitely. All right. Well, that was our league winners. Keep us accountable. Comment down in the comments
Plant your
halfway through the
flag.
season.
Plant your flag on your players. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, we plant our flag. Let us know who you're planning your flag on, and we'll be back to review these and maybe have some mid-season league winners. Probably going to be the same players because we're going to
We're
be
always right.
Probably we're so accurate, or we're gonna have to find some better values because these people are gonna be untouchable later in the season.
Exactly.
Adios.
Nice. Peace.